Boom! What's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about a stock that has been deemed the perfect marriage between AI and crypto. A stock that I've recently introduced to the Waves Capital portfolio, and a stock that I'm now even more excited about following the volume and the volatility that it saw today on the back of some amazing news, which we will, of course, be covering. That stock, as you already know, is Applied Digital, or ticker symbol APLD. Some crazy price action today. I'm so pumped about this play. And it's the first time I'm sharing this on the channel, so I'm pumped to share it with all of you guys as well. This stock has been on my radar for the past month or so now, following this article from CNBC Pro. You can see it was May 26th. This stock popped about a month ago at the time of recording. It is currently June 23rd. And I've been waiting for it to pull back on the charts, and we haven't really gotten it yet. We actually recently saw a breakout, which is why I introduced it to the portfolio a couple of days ago. And we got some insane news today, an insane pop in the stock. You can see here, kicked off the day at one point in the trading day. We were actually up, I think, like 24, 25%, only to nosedive later in the session following some news that we will also cover and kind of immediately dispute. So there's a lot to cover here, you guys. I want to quickly go over everything that we're going to be discussing, all of these tabs that I want to share with you. And, you know, we got to talk about where this could potentially go if we do experience a hype cycle. So a lot of exciting stuff to cover today. But before we do, please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it today. Let me know in the comments down below let me know if you've heard of Applied Digital prior to this video, and if you were positioned yourself. If so, congrats, but also it was kind of a crazy day. Regardless, I'm still very, very bullish and excited about what the future holds. So let me know in the comments below if you have heard and if you were positioned in Applied Digital prior to this video. And of course, if you want to trade with me on a daily basis, if you want to know exactly which call options I currently have and just picked up and actually bought more of today on this pullback, then that's the first link in the description box down below. Complete portfolio daily newsletter, where you will get not only a complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, but every newsletter, every trade alert, every price targets newsletter that I write every single trading day. This was just this morning's. Right before I sat down to record this, I wrote this. Applied Digital, C3, Garden Health, Bitcoin, Riot Platforms, all the favorite names that we talk about here so much on the channel. I pretty much discuss every day in the newsletter. So if you guys want to trade with me on a daily basis, and if you guys want the newsletters I write every morning, again, that's the first link in the description. 15 bucks a month, 40 bucks for every 3 months. You can try it free for 7 days. And if you don't like it, just unsubscribe. But the reason I have this is because I'm so confident in the product. And on top of that, I'm actually going to be gone for 2 weeks. Going to be out of office with the family, and I'm not going to be recording any videos in that time. But I'll be trading. I'll be writing these daily newsletters, daily trade alerts, daily price targets newsletters. And if you guys want to ride what I expect to be some APLD waves with me, then that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Of course, you can do it by yourself. It's completely up to you. But once again, if you want to join Waves Capital for real, if you want to ride the waves, first link in the description. I appreciate it if you do, but if not, no worries at all. First things first, you guys know the drill. We have to kick it off by taking a look at APLD or Applied Digital's website. Quickly go over. We're not going to dig into their investor tab. We're not going to dig into their financial, their S1s and everything. But we will simply read this to kick off the video, and it's always good to know how a company describes themselves before investing. That's usually a good first step, okay? After that, we will discuss the article that really introduced me to I was going to say C3. The article that introduced me to APLD, okay? CNBC Pro, once again, here's the one stock to play the almost perfect marriage between AI and crypto, okay? So we'll go down, read over a few paragraphs here. We'll then move on to the news that catalyzed a massive pop. Again, today, June 23rd. If you're watching this at a later date, this will still hold. This still obviously holds true. And the principles that I will describe in this video and the bullish sentiment that I'm going to convey will still should age well. But aside from this very, very bullish deal, the stock did crater today. The stock did end up tanking following that massive rally to open the market, open the trading day, following some pretty unsavvy claims against the CEO. So we'll discuss this, but also discuss how these were pretty much immediately deemed unfounded through an internal investigation. So I know in the title I put, or is it a scam? You guys, it's a YouTube title. What do you expect? But in my opinion, I don't think this is a scam at all. I've been having my eyes been on this company for a while. I've been doing a lot of due diligence on this company over the past, I'd say 3 to 4 weeks. And the momentum falls so heavily in favor of the bulls when it comes to this company, not only from, the deals that they're making and the financial prospects of this company moving forward, but this is a freaking AI crypto company, you guys. If you've been a part of Waves Capital for any amount of time, this is pretty much the dream play. And again, with the volume that we saw today, I don't have APLD on the charts here, but we'll look at it after I look at Tilray, which I want to show you guys first because I want to show you guys what can happen when a hype cycle hits. Once we look at APLD, we'll take a look at the volume, and we'll also take a look at some of the analyst targets, because these are pretty damn bullish too, especially given the momentum that's here. As far as, once again, volume is concerned, you want those eyeballs on the stock, you want the volume, you want the attention, because ultimately when it comes to a hype play, which this, I want to be very clear, the fundamental prospects are here, the fundamental momentum is here, but you guys, I'm looking for those 5, 10xers, right? And if you have proper call options on them, you're looking for those 100xers sometimes, okay? 50, 100xers. And if this experiences a hype cycle, I want to show you guys what can possibly happen. And again, talk to you guys a little bit about how I'm personally positioning, okay? So that's the video, you guys. Let's kick this thing off. Building next-gen data centers. Applied Digital designs, develops, and operates next-gen data centers across North America to provide Applied Digital designs, develops, and operates next-generation data centers across North America to provide digital infrastructure solutions to the rapidly growing high-performance computing HPC industry. There we go. Okay, so as always, you guys go take a look at this page for yourself. Go check out their investors tab. We're not going to look over it today, but I always recommend that you guys do so prior to investing in a company or shorting it, regardless if you're going to trade it or invest in it. Know what you're doing, okay? Or know the company behind what you're trading, even if it's just a trade, okay? So why is this the perfect marriage between AI and crypto? According to Needham, at least, okay? Market participants have quietly been mulling the ways artificial intelligence and crypto can benefit from each other for years. Well, the possibilities are still coming into focus, and Needham sees at least one near-term opportunity for investors in a stock to play it. In the near term, the infrastructure level is placed for investors, and Applied Digital offers an interesting opportunity, according to the firm. We have been excited about Applied Digital, which is a Bitcoin mining hosting provider that recently entered into hosting high-performance compute and AI, Needham analyst John Todaro told CNBC. Last week, the company signed a $180 million agreement for an AI customer, he added. Given the similar power density requirements between Bitcoin mining and hosting AI applications, we believe there is an attractive opportunity for Applied Digital to potentially other mining hosting providers to enter the space. Each of the 7 Wall Street analysts covering the stock has a buy rating on it. The average price target on the stock is 1040, which implies about 25% upside. And this was a month ago, you guys, right? So when we look at these analyst ratings, okay, there's 6 ratings, they're all buy. No strong buys, but there's nothing below a buy. Highest price target being $17, average being $11.75 now, so bumped up from where it was just a month ago. And the lowest price target is $8.50. And if you go by that, again, you guys, you have to be careful about these analyst price targets and analyst coverages, including my own, of course, as always. I just gotta preface that. Even the average here is still significantly above where we are now. Even where we were at the high today, it doesn't show it today, unfortunately, because there's no candles. But highest price target $17. Even the lowest price target is not too far below where we are now. We actually dipped it below the lowest analyst price targets at one point in the trading day, way up in after hours, which is getting me really excited for the week ahead of us. But again, when it comes to asymmetric risk profile, which is what I go by, if you're going to base that solely on the analyst targets, and again, remember you guys, don't put a whole lot of weight on these, but it is their job to do these analyses, then the asymmetric risk profile heavily favors the upside. Okay, this is a very favorable asymmetric risk profile. Okay, and again, given the volume that we saw today, I don't know if we have volume right here. Volume was 44. I mean, some crazy volume today. We'll show the average. I think we're at like 10x average volume today in today's trading session. That's very, very positive. Again, you guys, because of the potential of a hype cycle. So we will, we'll close out the video with this. Just talk price action at the end and talk potential hype cycle price targets at the very end of the video. But for now, let's go over this recent news, okay? And I really just wanted to feature this headline. I think that Investor Place did a better job than CoinDesk at writing the article. But APLD signs artificial intelligence hosting deal worth up to $460 million. And again, it's also, I like to see CoinDesk featuring this article because APLD is not only an AI play, it's a crypto play as well. And if there are two sectors in the market that are running the show right now, that are running shit, it's AI and crypto, okay? Again, there's so many green flags when it comes to this play. Aside from that crazy price action we saw today, again, I just sharked up more calls. That's all I did today is I sharked up more calls on that pullback and money where my mouth is. I'm a bull, but know that I'm positioned in a very bullish manner. Okay, so let's read a couple of paragraphs here, read a statement from the CEO, go into the controversy around the CEO. Again, hopefully nothing else comes out, but discredit that controversy and then move into those price targets, okay? So, digital infrastructure specialist, Applied Digital, which focuses on next-gen data centers, is making headlines on Friday. Specifically, the firm just inked a deal with an AI customer who wholly owned a subsidiary, Side Computing. This announcement is failing to move APLD stock positively. It did until this news kind of made it fall flat on its face. Shares are down more than 15%. Again, that was not related to this. They popped over 20% on this news. But according to an accompanying press release, Applied Digital Side Computing recently launched a business unit called AI Cloud Service. The aforementioned new customer represents its second AI-related client. Further, the new agreement is worth up to $460 million over a 36-month period. That's a huge agreement. For reference, APLD stock currently has a market cap of just under $800 million. So, as of close, they were below $800 million. Okay, so 775 mil. This deal, obviously, it's up to $460 million. It's not entirely, I wouldn't say it's necessarily likely that they reap that much. Hey, maybe they reap more, but up to $460 million. So it's possible that they reap that much in the best case scenario that they do. Just this deal alone, which again is their second deal in the span of what, a month? Because the first one was this one that we covered in this article from a month ago. Just this article, just this deal alone is worth, over 50% of its current market cap. Okay, so just put that into perspective. Applied Digital Chairman and CEO Wes Cummins said the irony of that and what we're talking of his last name. I'm trying to keep this objective, but I couldn't not mention that. The irony of his last name and what's going on here is not beyond me. This agreement marks another milestone. That's a quote from the CEO. In APLD's HPC AI infrastructure growth trajectory as we continue to strategically expand our focus on artificial intelligence cloud services in addition to our next generation data centers. As the AI industry continues to grow at unprecedented levels, we continue to see extraordinary demand for our new cloud service as a result. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words, you guys. We got a lot to read through today. I want to keep this as timely as possible for both of us, but this is good news, you guys. Again, it's a bummer that this was overshadowed by this news, which again, it tripped me out. I saw this when it initially popped up on my news feed, and I was confused as to why it cratered the stock, but because it was, in the same article, in the same breath that it was announced, it was, again, deemed unfounded, which pretty much means it was discredited. So let's read through this. go over what happened, what created the stock. And honestly, you guys, I think it was probably this news initially, which catalyzed a massive, some very sporadic selling, which probably in turn catalyzed a long squeeze. So I think that's what happened. I don't think it's this. I think that's probably the reason that investors are coming to their senses, and after hours trading, the stock is up. I mean, erasing most of the gains that it saw today. So again, I think that once the dust settles, this thing's gonna go crazy. Anyway, as of today, June 23rd, Applied Digital's audit committee has concluded its internal investigation into a sexual harassment claim against CEO and founder Wes Cummins. After thorough examination, the committee found the allegations of the workplace harassment to be unfounded and determined that the relationship between Cummins and Chief Marketing Officer Regina was consensual. In light of these findings, the company has reaffirmed Cummins' position as CEO and stated that it will consider any additional actions regarding the matter. It's worth noting that Regina is responsible for a wide range of operations at Applied Digital, including hiring, customer and partner relationship management, business development, public affairs, marketing, and investor relations. Okay, so again, I just told you guys what my thesis here was. I think this ultimately catalyzed just a long squeeze, which is the opposite of a short squeeze if you didn't assume that. Again, I think that once this dust settles, which is probably going to be over the weekend, and it already is in after hours trading once again, I think that next week is going to be pretty blockbuster for APLD, and I'm excited to see what happens. And again, you guys, I'm going to be out of town. So if you do want to ride what I expect to be waves, and even if they're not, my money's on it regardless. If you want to ride the waves with me over the next couple of weeks, you gotta join Waves Capital, okay? Daily newsletters. You want to know when I'm taking profits. You want to know when I'm sharking up some calls on pullbacks. Every day, every trading day, I'm here for you guys, okay? So the reason I have Tilray up, I'm not sure if any of you are familiar, I know a lot of you are familiar with Tilray because I did this same thing in a recent AI hype cycle video. That did not age well, but that's just the nature of the game, you guys. We are in a weird macro, so I want to preface this by saying that given the high level of interest rates, which we have not seen in many, many years, that could completely, fuck the prospects of what I know as a hype cycle, okay? It toxifies the purity of a classic hype cycle or the hype cycles that I know. So I want to preface that by saying, preface this analysis and kind of this price, potential price scenario by saying that. But Tilray is a cannabis company. The first cannabis company to go public at that. And I remember trading this in 2018. And this is the year after I first really traded or, made and lost a whole lot of money, I should say, in crypto in 2017, buying Ether at 36 bucks, or riding it all the way up and then riding it down too. But cannabis, Tilray, this is the first time I understood the psychological aspect of a hype cycle. And, this is when I actually was able to make some money. I didn't catch the top at $300, but I remember buying it around 30 bucks, cashing out around, just above 200. And I was happy with that. Okay. This was before options too. This is before I was even trading options. So this is just a pure play. Now that we have options again, you guys, this stock, as you can see, the stock itself over 10x'd in the span of 35 days. Okay. From where it was on August 15th in 2018, it's just under 30 bucks, which is like right when I got in, to the peak of $300 on September 19th. This stock over 10x'd. Okay. This is up 1,100%. All right. That's insane. So again, if a stock 10x's, an options contract is probably going to 100x. And again, that's what I was saying earlier. The potential's here, you guys. Again, the risk is great. The risk is massive. I want to make that very clear. But as an investor, as a trader more so, what you have to do, or what I feel is most important, what I've said many times in the past, as a trader, it is your job to identify asymmetric risk profile. I used this term earlier. Asymmetric risk profile, when the upside potential significantly outweighs the downside risk, given technical and fundamental momentum, is when you strike, okay? The risk is very evident. The risk is here. But when you've assessed that risk and you're comfortable taking on that risk, and you're confident in the idea that the potential upside significantly outweighs that downside risk, then that's when you find success as a trader. Again, you lose some, hey, maybe you lose most. But the times you win, and this is true in my own experience. You know, the 3 of 10 you win so heavily outweigh those 7 other losses that it really doesn't matter. You got to shoot. And if you have a feeling about something, I don't want to say, go with your gut. But a lot of times, a lot of the regret I've had in my career is by not following my gut instinct. And a lot of the success has been by following my gut instinct. Okay, so I'm pumped about this one. Again, I cannot guarantee anything, nor will I guarantee anything. But I do think that if APLD is able to 10x, this went up 1,100%, 1,150%. So for this, let's just go up 900%, okay? Let's do a 10x, okay? Heck, we'll go 1,000%, do an 11x. If APLD, we'll start from APLD, okay? So let's zoom out on APLD, all right? We're at 4-hour candles. If APLD from the base, we'll call the base over here, okay? We'll call this the base. If APLD can rise, I mean, this is pretty easy math, I guess. So if we can 10x from $3.50, that would lead to a $35 share price. But just for fun, let's see what can happen if we go up 1,150% from $3.50, which is just kind of where I'm marking. And again, you guys, I'm just eyeballing this. If we can go up 1,150%, that would result in a $42. So $40, say conservative $40 share price for APLD. Again, you guys, as you can see here, we will go to the short term so we can see what happened today, what unfolded today. Again, massive pop following this very, very bullish news right here, followed by that massive sell-off, following this immediately discredited news. But once again, I do believe that this was catalyzed by this was just a long squeeze, in my opinion, once again. But what we're seeing here, which is even greater than what we saw back in that initial pop back in mid-May, is the volume. Move my fat head. You can see volume was trading at 48 million shares today when average is at 8 million, okay? 6x. It's a 6x on the daily average volume. And that's what you want to see. When you're identifying a potential hype cycle, potential hype waves, you want to see the volume. You want this volatility. And you know what? I was pretty heavily positioned going into today. I did not take any profits, which pissed me, shit pissed me off, obviously. But you got to stay cool. You got to keep a cool head on your shoulders. You got to stay rational when you know there's a whole lot of panic selling going on over here. And, I was able to capitalize over the remainder of the trading day. And I did buy more calls on the ride down. Dollar cost average down on my call position. And given this after hours price action, I'm pumped for what the week ahead holds for us over at Waves Capital. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice. We'll call the video there. Again, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, if you don't join. But if you do want to join, last shout out, first link in the description. Join Waves Capital, ride the waves. And, I'm excited to see what happens from here. Have a great couple of weeks, you guys. I'll see you in the comments downstairs. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.